Hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to cover class 11th Business Studies first chapter, that is Fundamentals of Business, and I hope this video will really help the students, especially class 11 students, those who have taken commerce stream and eagerly they are waiting for their classes to start. So this video will really help you to understand the basic concepts and terminology which we use in business studies. So let us begin with the video. First of all, you all need to understand that what does business means. In general, we say business is a word which is derived from the word busy. So we can say business means being busy. In business, we can say it refers to an occupation in which people regularly engage in activities which is related to purchase, production and sale of goods and services with the view to earn profit. Now this definition you will get in your NCERT also and in various refresher also. Like here you need to really understand what does this activity word means. Now in every society people undertake various type of activities to satisfy their need. So if a teacher teaching in school, right, she's teaching to her students, so that will be an economic activity because she is getting her salary in return. So the first image talks about the economic activity. She is engaged in an activity for which she is paid, right? Whereas the other picture shows that if the same teacher teaches to her own children, then it will become a non-economic activity because here she is not getting anything in return. She is just educating her own children. That is out of love, out of sympathy, out of the sentiments she have towards her children, right? So that is economic and non-economic activity. Now the activity is same but can be used in different context. If the same person teaches in a school, then it becomes a economic activity because she is getting something in return. Whereas if she teaches her own children, she is not getting anything in return. She is not doing it to earn profit, right? So that will be a non-economic activity. I hope you understood the difference between economic activity and a non-economic activity. I'll take few examples. I want all of you to answer these 4 activities, whether it belongs to economic activity or a non-economic activity. I want you all to comment below if you understood what is economic and non-economic activity. Okay, so now move to the types of economic activity and non-economic activity. Economic activity is basically classified into 3 categories, that is business, profession and employment. If you will see, if you are engaged in business or any profession or employment, you're getting something in return. Whereas non-economic activities, I already told you, it is done out of love, sympathy, sentiments. So that only it is mentioned here. Any religious work, any social work, etc. If you're doing all this, then you're not getting anything in return. You're just doing it just to maybe your own satisfaction. That's it, right? So the difference between business, profession and employment I'll discuss in my next video. So now we'll move to the features of business, or we can also say characteristics or nature of business. So the first feature is business is an economic activity. I told you this thing. Just remember, if you know the definition, you can write all the features because in the definition itself, it is written that business is an economic activity. That will be the first feature, that business is considered to be an economic activity because here it is done with the objective to earn profit. Like if I want to start a business, what will be the objective? Obviously, I have to do something for the society, but obviously somewhere in my mind, I want that I need profit too. I need whatever amount I am investing in my business, in return I am expecting that I should get good amount of profit. If you are going, if you are thinking that okay, I'm going to do a business just to spread love and affection and sympathy, then it will not be called as a business. It will be a social service, right? So if you're talking about business, it is to be considered as an economic activity. There is no place for love, affection and sympathy here. So the second feature is production or procurement of goods and services. So either they said production or procurement. What does it mean? See, whenever you are in a business, you are going to manufacture the goods by yourself or you are going to acquire that goods from the producer, right? Now again I have underlined here goods and services. As you can see in all the features, I have underlined few words. Those are the keywords which you really need to explain in the content, right? So now what are different type of goods? Goods are of 2 types. It can be a consumption good or it can be a capital goods. Now, consumption goods are those goods which we use or which we offer to the consumer. It can be like stationery, pencil, notebook, or any eatable items like ghee, etc. And capital goods are like machinery, furniture, building, etc. And the other term which we have used here is the services. Services may include the facilities which we offer to the consumers or to any business firm or to any organization. It's like you're providing banking services or you're providing transportation services, advertisement, etc. So this is all about the second point. Third point says sale or exchange of goods and services. This is really important because in business, obviously when there will be a sale, now what kind of thing, what we sell in an organization, it can be a sale of a goods or it can be a services between the seller and the buyer, right? So it can be directly or it can be indirectly, but there should be an involvement of cash, there should be an involvement of money. You should get something in return. Okay, if you're just cooking for your family and you're not getting anything in return, that is not a business. But if you are working, okay, you're a chef and you're working in a restaurant and you are like being paid for it, obviously, so that will be a business. So we'll move to the next point now. Dealing in goods and services on a regular basis. Here I have underlined the word regular basis. You need to understand one thing here, that whatever business you are engaged in, you have to do it on a regular basis. One day activity will not be called as that हाँ आज हमने business किया and हमें profit आया, ऐसा नहीं होता, right? Whatever business you are doing or you are dealing with, it should be on a regular basis. Like I'll give you one example. If you have a car, okay, आपके पास एक कार है, आपने आज उसको बेच दिया किसी को and in return तुमने profit कमाया, ठीक है, कि मान लो वो कार तुम्हारी 5 या 6 लाख की थी, तुमने उसको थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा में बेच दिया and you got a profit of 10,000 or 20,000 for example, ठीक है, तो you cannot say कि नहीं मैं तो इसमें मैंने business किया है and I'm getting profit out of it. No. But if you are engaged in this activity only, जहाँ पे आप old car को sell कर रहे हो, ठीक है, and you are getting profit, then you can say कि हाँ I am into this particular business. I'll take one more example. If a person sell his or her domestic radio, right? आपके पास एक रेडियो है पुराना, आपने उसको बेच दिया प्रॉफिट पे, तो it will not be called as a business activity. Why? Because आप regularly उस activity में involve नहीं हो, ठीक है. So I hope you understood this point very clearly, that एक दिन की activity will not be called as a business activity. Okay, if you are selling your old newspaper or your old notebooks, okay, and you're getting money, तुम profit कमा रहे हो उससे, तो उसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि that you are doing a business. Next, fifth point, we have profit earning. See, whenever you enter into a business, the first thing which comes in our mind is obviously to earn profits, right? So that is the main aim of every business, that income is the only way that they are going to again reinvest that money and they'll expand their business. So obviously every businessman is working to earn profit, but obviously by satisfying the social needs also. So no business basically can survive for a long period of time without earning profit. If you're just doing it, okay, एक साल नहीं आया, 2 साल नहीं आया, it's fine. But you need to understand that you cannot survive for a longer period of time if you are not getting anything in return. You're just investing, but you're not getting anything in return. So that is why businessmen make all the possible efforts to maximize their profit. Next is uncertainty of returns. Now it refers to, like, you cannot say that if you are investing or if you are starting a business that पक्का you will get something in return. ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है. It is basically, that's a reason it is said uncertainty of return. We don't know कि जितना भी पैसा हम अपने business में लगा रहे हैं हमें वापस वो मिलेगा या नहीं मिलेगा. There is always a possibility of loss, right? अगर possibility है profit आने की, high profits आने की, तो possibility of losses भी उतनी ही. In simple words we can say uncertainty of refers to lack of knowledge related to the amount of money that the business is going to earn or the business is going to get in a given period of time. We don't know how much we are going to get. जितना भी हम पैसा लगा रहे हैं, we don't know how much we are going to get in return, right? There is always a possibility of loss as well as profit. You need to take a risk. That's why the last feature is element of risk. Like risk factor is always there, and always whenever we talk about risk is basically the uncertainty, or we can say it is like associated with loss. So no business can basically flourish without taking risk, right? If you take more and more risk, there will be high chances of getting profit as well as obviously losses, right? Now, what kind of risk they are talking about in business? The risk factor in a business is like change in the taste and fashion, change in the technology, change in the method of production, right? So these are the various we can say risk factors which are associated with business. So I hope you understood all the 7 features of business. Just revise all the topics once again and read your NCERT, read the content. If you have any doubt in any particular side heading, you can just comment below. Thank you for watching, and if you really like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. You can also send me your queries through Instagram.